Hello and welcome back to Triads Gaming. Today we are going to be starting a new Let's Play, which is Dragon Age Origins. Now, before I get into this, I'd like to say that this is not a blind playthrough. I, of course, played this, and it is by far one of my favorite RPG games up to date. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
There you go, it's the introduction to Dragon Age. A bit of lore for the beginning. Okay. So, there are 3 races in Dragon Age. There are the humans, obviously, elves, and then dwarves. There are multiple intros, I guess you could call them. For instance, the humans have, I think, only one, so which are the backgrounds here. There are 3 classes in the game, which is warrior, mage, and rogue. So, for instance, as you can see, the background only for humans, I believe, is noble. The rest is a little bit different. Here we go. So, mage, you have that. And I actually never did this intro, so I wouldn't know what that would be. Elves, they have 2, which is the Dalish and then the city. And then dwarves, there's just 2 others as well. Commoner and then noble. I will actually be playing a dwarf noble and also a warrior. So let's go ahead and get into that.
Greetings.
Let's see here. I think that would be good. Oops. I think that'd be good. They do have beardless dwarves, but I personally find that to be really weird. Because obviously in the fantasy kind of role play, usually dwarves have beards, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep with that. Can we get like a darker? Yeah, there we go. Eyebrows will be a bit thicker, I think. There we go. What is this? Ah, I see. I guess that really doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get the same color. Eyes, guess it really doesn't matter. Nose doesn't matter. Neck, ears, those are fine. Portrait, just have him facing a little bit this way. And I love how, even when it comes to the portrait, it's real, diverse, I guess you could say. There's multiple ways you can do it. So that works. Background. Just have it like that. Or just blank, really, yeah. Expressions, I kind of love these. It's really stupid at the end. And kind of that smuck looking one right there. I'll just have it normal. Voice, I think we're gonna have cocky.
How do you do?
Experience.
Greetings.
Violent.
Greetings.
Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure. Greetings. Greetings. How do you do? Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure. Greetings.
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 Yeah, I think we'll go with the experience one. As for the last part, name. Warren. And I think that's it for that. So I'll be a two-handed dwarf warrior. Let's go ahead and put 18 there, and I think we'll do some constitution. And a little bit more strength, why not? And for a skill, there's coercion, which is pretty much like convincing other people. Intimidation and persuasion, I guess you could say. Stealing, it's for really like a stealthy kind of character. Trap making, I'm not really into that. Survival, not sure what that is really. Herbalism, potions, poison making, that would be like for a stealthy character. Combat training is obviously do more damage. Tactics, kind of just strategies really. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a third in training. And two abilities for the tree. So we have a warrior, which is basically everything right here. Dual weapon, which is two swords or anything that you like really. Archery, you know what that is. Weapon and shield, which will be kind of like the tanky character, and then two-handed. I'll be going with the two-handed axe or mostly axe. Let's go ahead and go with so we got three abilities to start with. Well, not really start with, but to put a tree into, I guess. So we got Pummel Strike, which is, let's see here, I guess, which is the one that is, I guess that doesn't really say, does it? Okay, we'll go with Pummel Strike and Mighty Blow. I think Mighty Blow is a good one to get first. Sunder Arms would be better to get later on. So if we're going with normal, let's get into the game.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of two known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called deep roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the Dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the Dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endrin of House Aiducan, the 9th Aiducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of Dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
Alright, like the basic BioWare, you have multiple answers, I guess. So, let's see here. Let's go with that.
Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed. One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
Let's see here. What sort of
The
grievances?
usual. This lord had my cousin killed. This lord seduced my wife. This lord did the exact thing I'd planned to do to him, but he did it first. They pose and bluster, and each pretends he is the honorable man in a den of thieves and assassins. Bah. The rest is worth seeing, though. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering.
So it looks like there's an arena. Yeah, that sounds appealing. Let's go have a look.
Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
So I guess in this let's play or playthrough, I'll go ahead and act out Warren's voice. Why not? Let's see here. So apparently this is my room, and as per usually, the noble is quite rich. That's a lot of crap going on the screen here. Okay, so as per usual, you have your skills down here. Shield bash. I have a sword and a shield. It's not what I would like to go for. What is this right here? Oh, I guess that's to change your look if you don't like it as much. Chest. Got all the good stuff here. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay. So, is that a two-hand? Yes, it is. Cool. So we'll go with that. And let's get rid of that skill. So that's a target, that's a target. Okay, cool. And anything else we can check out here? I don't think so. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So, the Noble's Feast, pretty much visit the merchants or watch the Proving Ground. We're going to go ahead and go to the Proving Ground
being
first.
named Commander, my lord.
And I don't know where that is. It's been a long time since I played this game. Trian's room, which is my brother, I believe. Balin's room, which is another one of my brothers. Father's room, so I'm suspecting would be the king. So right now we gotta go to the throne room. And I'm guessing my father would be there. Alright. It's very... I always liked how...
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I'd doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're right. Let's go to the provings
Can't
first.
wait to see who's fighting today.
Okay, cool. Like I was saying again, I always really liked how the dwarven fortresses or the construction of things in every single game. Mostly dwarven fortresses kind of
Your father
came
has allowed the merchants
from,
to show their wares in the diamond
the
Guild
merchants
during
are
the
reasonably.
celebrations.
It's in the records. There's nothing I can do.
Oh, that sucks. Mostly dwarven kind of construction came from Tolkien's world,
Gaul merchant.
Our
and
trust follow, big brother.
it
How
looks
surprising
beautiful in
to
my
run into
opinion.
you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
Huh, this guy is a real dick. Pretty much that. I go where I want, when I want, Trian.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you're receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
I'll go when I'm ready.
Stubborn, aren't you? When I'm king, I will help you get over that. Come, Balin.
When you're king,
That was
yeah.
fun.
When you're king, you're
Nothing
probably
like
gonna
being
get
talked down to by
assassinated.
the next king.
What a dick. All right. There you go. Ignore him. It's my day,
That
not
it is.
his.
Let's get back to enjoying it, shall we?
But my lord, these are surface.
He seems like the guy that
What about
would
that
be, if he would be in power, he'd definitely be in
My
overthrow.
lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
Yes. I intend to watch
We
it.
have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Is that really necessary? There you go. I'm quite capable of walking safely to the proving.
I did mention the merchants that won permits to show their goods in the Diamond Quarter. There were only so many permits auctioned off, and quite a few were turned away. Your father fears you will be harassed on the way to the proving.
Alright, this is silly, but I will comply.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes.
We are at your command.
Alright. Let's go and check out the proving grounds. Alright. Proving master.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
Wouldn't miss it.
Your presence encourages the fighters to greater feats.
I'll go take my place. Yeah, I'll go take my place then.
I'll call the first fighters in a moment.
Alright. So what are we doing here? So pretty much they're having their own thing. I guess we go? Yeah, it seems pretty boring stuff. Our proving master?
I hope you're enjoying the provings,
My lord.
We should get going. I guess we have to watch. Interesting. I don't think.
Greetings, Lord Iduken. Are you enjoying the proving so far?
Always enjoy watching a good fight.
Your presence will inspire these fighters to even greater effort.
This is the lead trainer of the provings, my lord. He teaches nobles from lower houses without their own trainers, and the best young men from the warrior caste.
He does Orzammar a great
You are
service.
too kind. Did the two of you hear about the scandal here last week?
We've been preparing for tomorrow's battle, and have had little time for gossip.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
The pleasure was all mine.
Alright. I think I'm done.
My lord,
Ready to
your
leave.
wish is our command.
Let's go ahead and go up to the feast and see what's going on, really. That is quite the big hammer, I must say. Alright, I think this is it. Yep.
Let's get started.
I am at your service.
There's a lot of royal guards here. Alright, here we go.
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threat.
She was talking about
Many
the
thanks
Darkspawn there.
for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
Of course, Lord Dace.
There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
What cause?
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Of course, it's the right thing to do.
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
I definitely agree with that. I don't think that dwarves
You're
should
a
just
fool.
live underground. Okay.
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
Excuse me?
Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
I have no idea what you're talking
If
about.
you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the merchant guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
Lord Days lost some money. And?
Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Dukin.
I know you're getting at something, I just don't know what.
Let me spell it out for you. If Lord Dace returns the noble connections to those on the surface, those houses would then be financially tied to his disaster. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the surfacer's kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Standing up for the surfacers, surfacers, yeah, that's right, is the right thing to do.
The Surface Caste gave up their noble ties willingly, generations ago. Will you humiliate your house and your father for them?
Yes.
Do what you will then. It's your honor that hangs in the balance.
I think that's really stupid. How dwarves are outcasted, really, when they go to the surface. I think that's very stupid. Let's talk to King.
My king, please reconsider. The trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality.
There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
Of course, father.
So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Iduken. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better?
I have a question. I seek to know the prospect better.
Lord Dace, head of House Dace, speak.
Lords, ladies, my question concerns the plight of our wayward kin, the so-called service caste. What does the Commander Prospect think is the proper place for these lost souls?
They should be respected, but no more. Or, they are, yeah, there we go. They are as we, and should have their rights returned.
Thank you, my lord. I am satisfied.
Then if there are no other challenges, I give you Orzammar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Of course, father.
Walk well, commander.
So apparently I am now the commander of the Dwarven forces. It's quite the esteemed title. So now, let's take a look at our quest and find Trian. And pretty much he is at the provings. We're resting at his quarters. Let's go ahead and check his quarters. Just real quick. I believe he was up here. That was Balin's, that was Father's. I believe this one's Trian's. Yes, it is.
On it.
There he is.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
Father wants to see you, Trian.
Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
I agree.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
What are you talking about?
Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much-proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you.
What?
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't overheard him giving orders to his men. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
This is insane. I refuse to discuss
You are as
this.
noble and stubborn as ever. After Trian kills you, I suppose I will be the heir. That's not how I would wish it. Enjoy your command tomorrow. I fear it will be short-lived.
Come, my lord. The hour grows late, and you need your rest.
Tomorrow should prove most interesting.
That it should. May the Paragons smile down on us.
Now, I don't think Trian would betray me. He does have some spite, but I don't think he would do that.
Treon and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Haramond. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come then! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Haramond and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a Taig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Aidukan remains in that Taig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
To glory.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
No, I'll be back shortly.
Very good. The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Aidukan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
Alright. Looks like we're gonna get into the thick of the battle. Let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, there we go. Alright, first battle. Some giant spider.
Right.
Let's go!
There you go. The battle scenes in Dragon Age Origins are not quite up to the action-paced, I guess you could say. Oh, jeez. Alright, so yeah, let's just dive in. It's real, mostly strategic. As you can see, you have a big old map to control from. Come on. Bring him down. There we go. Can loot that. Alright. Looks like there's a dwarf corpse over here. Some dwarven armor. That way it looks like it's blocked off. So, quite the big opening over here. Oh, looks like there's a dwarf.
You made it, Commander. Did you run afoul of any darkspawn?
Some. Let's move.
As you say. Onward then.
Alright. Looks like we have another companion. And there looks to be 2 ways. That looks, yeah. So let's take a left. That way it looked like it was blocked off. Oh. There we go.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
A longbow. And this way is completely blocked off. Interesting. Let's go ahead and head back. Maybe there's a... no. Maybe this place wasn't blocked off? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Check the map here. Oh, there is another way. Okay, I didn't see that. Alright, here we go. Oh. Go. Oh god. Got hit by something. There we go. Let's go and loot these corpses.
Let's get started.
Dagger.
This should be easy enough.
Do any of you have nope. Okay. Alright. And looks like we're going that way, yeah. Oh, scout.
You're here. I thought the Darkspawn had got you for sure.
Enough small talk.
We want the tunnel ahead, but there are Darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful.
Let's get moving then.
I'm with you.
Alright, so we got a full party. That way's blocked off. And that's the way we came. So let's go ahead and go this way. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna go for the archer first. Let's go ahead and assign groupings here. So we get a bit.
Tell me what to do.
And I might go down here. Down you go.
Into the fray!
Looks like we're doing good. Keep missing, man. Come on. I'm going down for sure.
Ready for orders. Right away.
Alright. Nope, one more guy.
I'm on.
Yeah, a little cinematic right there. Okay, let's go and loot. That's a locked chest.
As you wish.
There we go. Let's go ahead and press on.
Looks like someone beat us to the door.
This Darkspawn body is still fresh. Whoever opened the door is most likely still in there.
Be prepared to kill anything that moves.
Yes, my lord.
Just more darkspawn bodies. Oh, we got some mercs up ahead.
So glad you could finally join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe. I wager you know where it is, though. So maybe you tell me where it is, and I won't mutilate your body so bad your father doesn't recognize you.
Gorham, we need to kill these men.
I'll try to hide my disappointment.
Just kill them, boys. We'll find this shield on our own. Enemy!
I'm gonna go and take out the captain with these two guys. Have the scout take him. Actually, you take him, and have you take him out. Alright.
Order.
I'm going to make this quick. Stay still! Yes!
I've got your back! You're getting from me! We will fail!
Looks like Gorham's about to go down. He's down.
Let's get
Go
started.
and loot these
Is
guys.
that an Idukan signet ring? I guess that's how they got in here.
No. It could be a fake.
Or it could mean one of your kin was keen on claiming the glory of this mission himself.
I will not hear such talk about my family.
Of course. No offense meant.
Let's not waste time. Carry on, men.
I highly doubt it's Trian, really. Let's see here.
Yes.
On it.
Let's go ahead and just loot everything.
This should be easy enough. As you wish. Let's get started.
What did that do? Huh. Alright. Looks like this is it. Where's a body over there?
As you wish.
Oh, cool. Shortcut. Alright.
This is the room. How do we get the shield?
I'll figure it out.
You two, see if you can spot anything. It seems some of these tiles are different from the others.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. Alright, cool. So, we'll have you right there. Right there. And right there.
This should be easy enough.
Alright. There we go. Got the
That's
shield.
it. We've got it.
Doesn't look like much.
The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the Shield of Idukan.
It's a symbol.
If
That's
it
all.
helps rally the troops, it's a good thing.
Enough talk. Where's the rendezvous point?
Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
To the crossroads.
Alright. Let's go ahead and head there.
Did you hear that?
These creatures
more of those.
Oh, geez. Darkspawn. Okay. Let's go ahead and take him with that. And... Scout. We'll just take that, and I'll just go for these.
Point me in the right
Back
direction.
there.
Foolish.
Okay. Let's go and loot this one body and move on to. Good thing I noticed that checkpoint.
If Trian were really scheming against us, this would be the perfect place for an ambush. We've got the shield, and we're all alone out here.
Trian is my brother. Nothing will happen.
I wish I had your confidence.
What's that you're muttering about?
Family business.
Huh? All right then.
Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh, jeez.
By the stone, it's Trian.
It must have been a darkspawn attack. This doesn't look like darkspawn. No bites, no scratches, no mutilation.
We need to warn my father.
Someone's coming.
Hurry, Father, before it's too...
By all the ancestors, what has happened here? It seems we weren't fast enough. Bayland was right.
But what?
My son, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
Looks like what? We just got here a moment
Just long
ago.
enough to slay Trian.
My lord is innocent.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You, Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. It seems they'd done battle with the Darkspawn. Lord Iduken came up to them all friendly-like, but when we got close, he ordered us to attack.
What? That's a lie.
Then we shall discover the truth.
Franklin Ivo, you are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
He did, my lord. It was terrible. Prince Trian didn't stand a chance. Afterward, my lord stripped his signet ring.
You treacherous bastard! Silence, Gorham. Do you have anything else to say, my son?
Oh my god. Okay, how can you not see this as a setup?
I want to believe that. I really do.
Find him. He will be judged before the assembly. To Orzammar.
I knew it was Balin. God. Trying to trick me to believe that Trian was gonna kill me. Ah, jeez. And now I'm in prison. Great. Alright, looks like I leveled up. Let's see here. What does Dex do? Agility. Let's just go ahead and put that in there. Why not? And two-handed. It's under arms.
Got 10 minutes, sir. Orders and all. You understand?
Of course. Leave us alone, will you please?
Yes, sir.
I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
I'm fine. You?
I could be better. I have bad news, though. The Assembly isn't going to call for you. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
So what happens now?
The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
Tell me.
I am to be exiled to the surface, but you are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed.
Well, it's a warrior's death at least.
It doesn't have to be. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan.
The Grey Wardens would take an exile? A murderer?
The Grey Wardens don't care about a person's past. They recruit for daring, intelligence, and martial power. If you can find them, I'm sure you can join them and escape the deep roads.
How do I find the Grey Wardens?
They're down there somewhere. It's just a matter of surviving long enough to track them. I begged to go with you and fight at your side, but Balin's pet nobles wouldn't hear of it.
You're safer going to the surface.
I would give up all the safety in the world to go down this dark path with you. Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
Goodbye, Gorham.
I will always be your man, my Lord Idukan.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
Balin will destroy you, just as he did me.
I understand your anger. You should have been allowed to defend yourself. Had I the power to stop this, I would have. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake.
Drop dead, old hum. I didn't kill Trian.
I believe you. That means Balin planned this from the start. Believe me, I will spend the rest of my days making sure Balin does not profit by his deeds. Your father asked me to give these to you. This sword and shield are a fine dwarven make. Strike a blow at our enemies.
How's my father?
He is old and this tragedy has hit him hard. He will rest better now, though, knowing the truth.
It's time for me to go.
As you will, Lord of Idukan. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
So now, it looks like I have to find the Grey Wardens. Looks like that'll be pretty hard. Alright. So we had a sword and shield. None of our abilities go with that. Alright. Oh jeez.
Desperation is an ugly purpose.
Oh god. This would be actually very terrifying if you had to fight against this giant spider. Alright, looks like we got some equipment. Great sword and leather. It's something, right? Alright.
This should be right.
Fear is your weakness! Show me what you got!
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put, let's see here, some... Oh, I guess I don't have anything, do I? Jeez, that sucks. Okay.
On it.
Got some leather gloves. Go ahead and equip those. Okay, more armor. I'll take the left, I guess. Alright. Looks like there's some loot. If I could get some boots, that'd be great. Some loot over here. Giant spider to go with it. And he went down a lot quicker. Alright. Oh jeez. Forgot there was a spider web. And let's go this way, I guess.
This should be
right. Shoes. Oh man. There we go. Oh, cool. Got some heavy armor, I think. And not enough strength. Alright, great. Oh, jeez. Let's go this way, I guess. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh, jeez. Yep, I'm dead. God. Alright. I ain't going down that way. I don't have any potions either. Health. Oh, are you kidding me all the way down? Alright, whatever. I should probably quick save a lot more. Just step into this real quick. I think I can. Yeah, cool.
This should be easy enough.
That's a bit annoying. Oh, come on. Alright. Let's go and run this way. Take this guy out. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Come on. What would be great would be having some health potions.
As you wish.
Oh, there we go. Jesus. Alright. Put that on our bar. Whenever we get real low, we can just pop that on. I think there was something back here. Yeah, there was.
Right.
Alright. One more time. Nope. Oh, come on.
Let's make this quick.
Kill you already. There we go. Shot his head right off. That's what I'm talking about. No, if you're gonna do that, I'll knock your ass on the ground.
This should be easy enough.
You like that?
This should be easy enough.
Alright, we're going this way. Alright.
By the Maker, it's a dwarf.
Lord Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
I'm Lord Idukan no longer.
Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads, then.
You mean you were exiled? What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
Thank you.
It is not the way of this order to pass judgments on the pasts of others. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the Deep Road set you apart. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
I would be honored.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kaelan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner.
Cool.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I
I've
didn't
got
expect
no boots.
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I'm Warren, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
Leaving Orzammar wasn't my idea, really.
Sounds like there's a story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime.
Don't you have a battle? Let's go with 2. If Your Majesty wishes.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I'm his son, and he was fine when I saw him last.
Well, it seems your story may be even more interesting than I suspected. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Maybe we should move quickly.
Yes, we should proceed with the ritual.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Alright. Looks like we're at Ostagar, and it seems that we leveled up. Gonna go ahead and bring up my strength. And max out our combat training. And we'll go with, let's see here, powerful swings. This will be a passive. Be locked on all the time. Alright. Let's look at our objectives here. Find the Grey Warden Alistair. And looks like that's about it. Okay, guys. Well, this is the first session of many more to come for Dragon Age Origins. If you like, then come on down and do some more, I guess. Alright, guys. This is it. So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.